Problem number 9 says the cost to rent a DVD has decreased 10% per year over the past several years. If the current cost is $5, write an exponential equation describing this situation. I want to remind you that an exponential equation is an equation of the form y equals a times b to the power of x, where a is your initial value, aka your starting value, and b is your multiplier. So here we're going to use 5 as our initial value for part A, since that's what we're starting at. That's the current cost. So I can start my equation with y equals 5 times the multiplier to the power of x. To figure out the multiplier, I need to figure out what to do with this 10%, because 10% is not the multiplier. You might be tempted to put a 10 here or 0.1 if you're converting 10% to a decimal, but 10 is not what we want to put in this equation. It's decreasing by 10%. So remember that when we convert a percent increase or decrease to a multiplier, what we're doing is we're starting off with 100%, and this represents the price. For this problem, it represents the cost of renting a DVD. Okay, cost. If we're decreasing by 10% per year, are we taking away 10%? Are we adding 10%? We're taking it away. 100% minus 10% is 90%. So this is what we're left with, this 90%. And what I want to do is convert this to a decimal. The way that you convert a percentage to a decimal is you move the current decimal over 2 spaces to the left. So this is equal to 0.9, and this 0.9 is our multiplier. So this is our exponential equation here. Okay? 5 is the starting value, 0.9 is your multiplier. If you're wondering, oops, what happened? If you're wondering what x and y represent, x would be the number of years, and y would be the cost. And so here in part B, when it says, according to the equation, what did it cost to rent a DVD 5 years ago? We're going to plug in something for x to find what y is. Okay. And since we're going 5 years in the past, I don't want to plug in 5. I want to plug in -5 for x because we're going backwards. So -5 is going to be plugged in for my exponent. And now I just have to calculate this. You can do this on your calculator. 5 times, do I have the necessary buttons for this? I don't know. Let's go to Google. Sorry, I should have had this ready to go. Okay, here we go. 5 times 0.9 to the power of -5. That is $8.47 if we round, 8.47 if we round. So that means that 5 years ago, it cost $8.47 to rent a DVD. It makes sense that the price is higher before than it is now. Okay, before 5 years ago, it was $8.47, and now it's only $5. And again, that's because we're decreasing 10% each year. Okay, and that is all that we need to do for this problem.